I want to know what has been what has been working in your business. So, like maybe each of us can just take like 1 minute and share what's been working in your business.
I'll share something that I've learned from Stephanie. She was the other girl for with our team cup, and we were talking like I think it was last week maybe about the initial with Instagram. That's her big thing, and that's been working well for me too. So like when someone follows me and you send them like the hi, thanks for the follow. I hope I can inspire you, blah blah blah. She said that she lists like three things that she features or whatever. So she'll say, hi, thanks for the follow. Most people follow me to see like my recipes or fitness motivation or my crazy kids or I don't know what she says, but three things that like people can typically find and then like what which one of these do you like the most or something, so it's asking a question and then you're usually like I've noticed a lot of people are saying like I love like your fitness tips or motivation type of stuff, so that opens the door right there to say oh well let's talk more about it, and it's just been really helpful, and I haven't really like gotten to any people, but it's definitely like I have a lot more potential people on my list and conversations like in that subject already going.
Yes, that's amazing because even if it's not leading to like a yes right now, you have that person in your pipeline, somebody to
Mhm.
follow up with every single month until they say yes.
Yeah,
And so that's awesome. I love that.
yeah,
I do that, but I don't ask which of these is your favorite. I would have to think about how to word that in my voice.
yeah.
I love that. That's
Let me
awesome.
see what, let me see what mine is. Cause she helped me like make it sound. Cause yeah, I sent a few and I was like, does this sound corny? And she's like, yeah, you need to change it a little bit.
I love Steph Green. She's just like, no, honey, you got to fix that. You got to fix that.
Yeah, I really liked her.
I love her.
So yeah, mine says, "Hey there, thanks for the follow. Most people follow me for health and fitness tips. They're entertained with my crazy farm life shenanigans or just love the positivity. What interests you the most? Either way, so happy to connect." So it's
I
been
like
working
that.
well.
I like that a lot. Cool. Would you mind sharing that in the Biz Builder
Yeah,
and maybe also Stardust?
yeah.
Sweet. All right. Awesome. Caitlin, what about you? I know you were rocking out for Team Cup last month.
Trying to, yeah.
It takes time to build momentum. You can't let yourself get discouraged. Like your first month going all in is literally just showing people like, hey, here I am. I'm going to be doing this. And
Mhm.
when they get used to seeing you, you're going to be the person that they think of when they need to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's definitely Cynthia and I had a little call last weekend and talked about stuff because transitioning from the military to being home has been pretty rough, and um, I went back to North Carolina for a week and didn't bring my laptop with me, so that kind of like put me back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm still behind school, but trying to juggle it more, and then just getting, Cynthia, I think a good thing that she said that really resonated with me was she asked if I believe so much in the programs and the nutrition and the workout and the benefits that you get for it, then why don't I believe in the business process? And that was like a slap in the face, like she's right, if because I do, with the programs, the nutrition, the workouts, if you do them, you keep to them like 100%, they work. So when you are staying consistent with your business, you're tracking those vital activities, like then you will see it work in the end for you. So I've just been trying to like keep that mindset and pushing.
Dang. That is a bomb right there. I love that. I love that. I think we all need to hear that sometimes. Like, why don't you just do your freaking power hour, Catherine? You know, I need to hear that too. So I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And Cynthia is another one that you can count on to just be like, why are you making excuses? Get your butt in gear. I love her. I love her so much. Oh, that's good. I love it. What about you, Lydia? Do you want to share anything?
I don't know if I have anything valuable to share. Like that sounds horrible, but um just that I've just been kind of like this past month has just been like I've not that I've been like lagging, it's just I haven't had as much presence on social media just because my other work has just taken kind of just a big toll and like with good reason, but so now I'm now just trying to find like the perfect balance for both.
Yeah. Girl,
Um
if anyone can understand that, the girls on this call can understand.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that you're finding some balance and that you're, considering the ways that you can kind of change things around to make time because I'm telling you, every single time that I get frustrated or I feel like I don't know if I want to do this anymore or like, we all go through seasons of just feeling burnt out. If you see mist, it's because I have my humidifier running. I'm not coughing all over you guys all night. But every time I get into that place where I feel like I've been doing this for so long and I'm tired and I've been working full time and like I have 2 kids and my husband's in grad school and we're freaking exhausted in ministry and like, taking care of my sister and just like all of the things. I stop and I'm like, I started this business when I was working full time as a music director. I was in school full time and and we were in ministry and I am so thankful that I didn't give up on it and that I kept going even when things were hard because my husband is able to go to grad school because I can pay all of our bills by myself, and that would not be the reality if it wasn't for Beachbody at all. And it's just I'm so grateful that I worked hard and built up the base because it might not look like I'm doing much with my business right now, but all of that work that I did, for 5 years is allowing me to kind of coast right now. And when I get to the point where I can quit my job and Adam's done with school and we're, I'm going to be able to ramp it back up and build it again. And it's all of that foundation is going to be there. And it's really, I mean, it's allowed me to coast for the last year, which is really what I've been doing. But, I love that. I love that if I just do the basics and I just keep inviting, and even if it's inviting here and there, for right now in this season of my life. I'm sorry, Ashley, I'll shut up in a second. And even if it's kind of like I'm not showing up as I want to on social media, I get it. Like there are days when I'm like, all right, I'm going to sit down and write this post and then something explodes at work and I have to deal with it, or my kids explode and I have to deal with it. We all go through that. But like I know that if I'm just consistent with the little that I can be, that it's going to pay off, and it is paying off. So I don't know if that was a rambling disaster, but
No, that wasn't.
um,
Yeah, no, that's luckily for me, I have been consistent and with like the little things, I definitely keep that up. It's just in terms of I meant in terms of like posting and stuff
even
like
if it's just your workouts.
yeah, like I finished the first week of NBF. So
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna die. Like if I tried doing NBF like a month ago, I'd be dead. Like I could not do it.
I know. I'm so
Like I literally could not do it a month ago. Which is weird because I started off with 10 rounds. So like I don't know how I did that, but so I've been
It's
consistent with like
because you had
workout.
Joel to get you through.
Yeah, 10 rounds was actually a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
It was a good one to start off with. But like I have been consistent with, like following up and stuff. So nothing that's not like posting like new posts on Instagram, but like, in terms of like behind the scenes stuff,
Hmm.
I've been more consistent with, which is good.
Awesome. Ashley, do you want to, is this a bad time now? I'll see if she appears. Jordan, I know that you're driving, right? So, oh, there's Ashley.
It's not a bad time. I was actually going to tell you that, by the way, sorry I'm working out so late. It's been a day. But I think that my insight will make more sense for everyone after you share tonight. So I'm just going to hold off.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Jordan, do you want to share anything? If not, just stay silent for 5 seconds because I don't want you to crash.
It's gonna take me freaking 5 seconds just to figure out how to unmute myself. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm still on the drive home, but I just kind of wanted to, I guess, echo off of what everyone else is saying. Like February, I've built up all this momentum and I want to keep it going. So I'm excited. I think I want to try getting some people into like a free little chat group or something. Just so I'm excited to see what you have to say because yeah, it's the first. I don't want to have to wait and tell people like, yeah, I'll start another group on the first. Like that, there's no urgency there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about this call just to see what other options I have for stuff because I have all of this momentum ramped up and I have several girls who are excited to start or start soon or you know they want like a little taste of it. So
Yes. Awesome. Yay. Well, I'm so happy that you joined us even though you're driving. And so lastly, Jade, so what we've been doing just for the last couple minutes is I just asked what's working in your business right now. And each person shared just a little tidbit of what's working in your business right now. I think that she's busy.
Sorry, my son was screaming at me through the house.
Gotta love it. If you want to share anything, you don't have to. But
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying each of us has just gone through and shared what's working for us right now. So if there's something in your business that's working for you that you've been, enjoying, like Abby shared about the message that Steph helped her tweak for when she introduces herself to people who follow her on Instagram.
Nice.
So just an example.
Okay. I don't really have anything to share right here at this moment. So.
All right. So, okay. Just change my seat really quick. Okay. So again, I don't have slides prepared for tonight. I don't have a, super organized approach to what I want to share with you, but what I've noticed over the last, several months is there was a time in my business where I had a very consistent plan every single month of exactly what I did. And I knew which days I needed to be prepping for my challenge group in the Facebook group. I knew which days I needed to be plugging people into my 5-day free group. I knew which days I was running a sneak peek. I knew which days I was, I had a very organized and purposeful approach to my entire month. And I had it planned, 6 months in advance. And it wasn't hard to do that because I was able to just look at my month and say, okay, on the first Monday of the month, I'm starting my challenge group. Every month, consistently, that's when we start. On the third Monday of the month, I'm starting my free group, and that's just consistently. The Tuesday after that, I run my sneak peek. That just happens every single month. And I was consistent and I did it every month. And I had a process where I would start my challenge group and give them lots of one-on-one attention for the first 2 weeks. So the first week of the group, I would get people plugged in. I would shout people out when they finished their workouts. I had a plan, right? The second week of the challenge group, I'm still focusing on them. At the same time, I'm inviting to my free group, and I'm inviting people who have been crushing it the first week to coaching and asking them, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? During the third week, I have people doing the free group. And so I'm giving them free value. I'm showing them, hey, look at this community that we've built, that you can get an even bigger taste of this if you join our, big group. And we would just sprinkle in little tidbits about the challenge group in that group. And then finally, the fourth week of the month, you're inviting everyone from your free group to the main group. You're running your sneak peek, and it's very consistent and purposeful. So I've realized that in the last year of my business, not, you know, a couple months. Like it's been a full year of just flying by the seat of my pants. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the first Monday of the month. I have to start the group. What month is it? Where's the guide? Like what am I doing? And so it's been a full year of just like surviving in my business. And like we talked about this a minute ago, like there are seasons in your life where you really just have to give yourself grace, and you have to be okay with, you know what, I'm not going to be as awesome of a coach as I was when I was doing this full time and I didn't have a full-time job and my husband wasn't in grad school and I had one child instead of two. Like it is a different season of my life. However, that organization can night and day transform your business. And you know, the seasons that the seasons where you're really organized and purposeful, you don't have to think so hard. You're just doing what you organize, what you told yourself you were going to do. So that's one option. So one option is first Monday of the month, you start your main challenge group in your Facebook group or your bod group, whatever. That first week, you are super plugged in. You are in there, you know, a couple times a day, just for 5-10 minutes, liking people's posts, dropping comments, posting something. You're sharing your workout, you're sharing your Shakeology, you're sharing your Energize, you're just sharing, adding energy into the group, right? So that's the first week. Second week, you are inviting people to a free group and inviting first week challengers to coaching. So that's in the second week. Third week, you're running your free group. And in the fourth week, you're inviting all of your free group people to the main challenge group and you're running your coaching sneak peek. So all of this happens in a really, a really organized way to build on itself, right? Because the people who have been in your free group, you've been chatting with them for the week before, the week of, and now the week after by this point, right? You've been talking to them for 3 weeks by the time the end of the month comes. So it's a really great way to get to know their goals. And when they really crush it in the 5-day group, they're like, oh my God, it's over now. Like, and that's why I keep mine to 5 days, because everyone knows, like, in the second week, everybody kind of fizzles and then they get back up in the third and fourth week, but that's why I keep it to 5 days in those groups, in the free groups, because it's a great way to give them a little taste, get them excited, get them some results. And then they're like, I don't want to just like stop. I've been working so hard for 5 days. So it's great. I love running free groups, and I'm leaning towards going back to that. But I do have one other option that I've been chatting with my success partner, Becca Smith. She and Ashley and I have just been, in a chat thread for years at this point. And she went through a really low point in her business for the last year as well. And just really like, I don't even know if I want to do this. Like I'm, been doing this for so long. She very quickly was super successful, went to 3-star, and then, dropped to diamond for a little while. And now is, building, and her team is exploding and has the energy back and everything. So just, if you ever drop rank or anything ever happens, just know that it happens to literally everyone. If you think, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, it literally happens to everyone. It's just part of the process. Just like sometimes I'm like, do I want children? Maybe I can sell them. Same thing. So anyways, she shared her calendar for 2021 with me, and I wanted to show it to you because what she's doing is, rather than a free group, what she's doing is same kind of structure, first Monday of the month. And I'm just going to share my screen so I can share this with you as I talk about it. Okay, so I'm showing you February. So first, did I share the right screen? Are you seeing a calendar or a picture of my kids?
You're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so February. So what she's doing is first Monday of the month, she starts her lifetime group. And this is the running group that happens every single month, starts on the 1st, ends on the 31st, and you start fresh again on the 1st, right? So this is just your rolling group that everybody, all of your customers are plugged into and participating in. This is where, this is kind of like our, for my team, like the Freedom Fit Fam, by this point, it just keeps going and perpetuates itself. Even if I never posted in there again, I'm pretty sure there would still be endless energy because everyone loves each other. Everyone's sharing. That's kind of like the lifetime group, right? So first Monday of the month that starts, or prep starts, excuse me. Second Monday. So, and I think that differs maybe. Sometimes it looks like if Monday is the first, then she'll, move it to the second Monday of the month. But if Monday is not the first, she does it on the first Monday of the month. So, for March, she's prepping from the 1st to the 7th. On the whatever Monday she's starting, she starts her lifetime group. On the, oh gosh, I skipped back to, sorry. Okay, so she starts her lifetime group. And on, just ignore that this is here for now. A week after that lifetime group starts, she starts a 21-day challenge group with challengers, all doing one program. So whether that's MBF, right now all of her people are doing MBF. You could do a 21-day fix group. You could do, a hybrid group like Ashley did the Miss New Booty thing, where you're plugging people in, but it is customers and they are buying challenge packs. Okay, so you have your, first Monday of the month where your, challenge group starts, and then the second or third Monday of the month you have your 21-day, other challenge starting. So rather than having only something to invite to once a month, right? Like starting on the 1st, you have 2 start dates to invite to. And the nice thing about the second group, having a program specific group where everyone's starting on the same day, everyone has to commit to either Shakeology or a Performance Line product for the entire 21 days. And there's added incentives sometimes. So you could say like everybody who sends me the before and after on the final day of the month is so and anybody who sends me a before and after gets like a tank top or a cute tumbler or something. Like you can add added incentives into the 21-day group, but then you have something to invite to twice rather than just once a month. Your start date happens on the first Monday of every month. That is so easy to get stagnant. If you can find something to get excited about, whether you do a free group once a month and then the 21-day, thing for the next, covering the next 2 months, and then the free group again on the 3rd month, however you want to do it. This is a great way to have something else to talk about in your story. So you're not just like, hi, don't forget about my challenge group. And then 2 days later, hi, don't forget about my challenge group. It can be for 2 weeks, 2 solid weeks. You're talking about your Strong as a Mother group, that we're looking at here. And for those 2 solid weeks, you're talking about that and promoting it. And there is a hard cutoff date because on the 15th, everyone is starting and they're starting on the same day and they're finishing on the same day. So if you miss it, you miss it. Sorry. And so that's a great way to add that urgency. And same with a free group. Once it starts, if you miss it, you miss it. Like you can't really start late to a 5-day group, right? So it gives you something to invite to, something to be excited about and really show up to in your stories every single month, rather than, people get bored hearing about our Fit Fam or our Fit Squad or our, they get bored hearing about that. It's just the same thing every month to them, right? But if we have like Ashley, I'm just using Miss New Booty because I was looking at the pictures that I shared today of my yoga flow last night and I was like, what happened to my butt? Where did it go? I need to do bar again because my butt is gone. So anyways, the Miss New Booty, she was able to talk about that in her stories. And then the next 2 weeks, she's talking about her challenge group and the Fit Fam and whatever the focus is for that month. So, if we can get back to that kind of organization, what can happen is after that group ends, having the sneak peek that Tuesday. So whether it's a free group or a 21-day group, having the sneak peek, coaching sneak peek the Tuesday after. And for the coaching sneak peeks, I would love to see all of us getting involved and doing these together, and every single one of us being on the Zoom call when it happens, and adding that energy and and sharing, not just like Ashley and Jada and I giving all of the information, but everybody. Yes, bar for bikini gains. Yes. Yeah,
Can I
maybe we should do
that
it.
for just a second so that I don't forget it?
Yes.
If anyone wants to see it, Becca asked me if I would, like, very last minute, if I would like to hop on and do the February coach sneak peek with her, and if I had any coaches that I want to bring. And I was like, well, I've got goals for my business, and I was like exploding when I was hosting regular sneak peeks and inviting to them like a boss. And so, yeah, I need to say yes to this, even though I felt like I wasn't ready. And I, like, first of all, I just want to throw that out there. Even when you feel like you're not ready, if you want to level up, then level up. I'm not saying take on, we're giving you a lot of stuff. If you've been running one single group, maybe you up it to 2 this month with either a free group and the regular group, or a focused group. And, like, it can be something like that. You don't have to take on every single thing that we're giving you, just add a little bit at a time, but you're not going to level up if you don't level up. And so I was like, even though I wasn't feeling like, I was feeling very rusty and like it's been so long since I've done this, I was like, yes, count me in. And I reached out to Jordan and I was like, hey, you're doing this with me. Do you want to do this with me? And so it was me, Becca, Jordan, and 2 other coaches. So we had a very staggered amount of
I got voluntold to be in that group.
You did. But you also brought
Voluntold.
I love that term so much, and you brought so much life into the group. But it was awesome because the cool thing about it was that we had coaches at like every level of success, at every level of rank achieved, basically. And so it allowed people who were listening in to be like, oh my gosh, like, she's only been coaching for a month, or she's only been coaching for 2 months, and listen to what she's done already. But then also hear, like, I quit my job and was able to be home with my kids and stuff. So they're like able to be like, this is something I can digest and actually see myself doing now, but I'm also going to give myself permission to dream about it. And it was truly the best sneak peek I have ever done, because so many of them are just like, here's this $1 million earner, and look, you can earn $1 million. And there's like a really big disconnect between, I just enrolled as a coach and my first paycheck is set to be $0 unless I enroll someone, and this chick making $1 million a year. Like, that's a really big leap. So us coming together as a team is only going to help us to grow. And like, all that Jordan did was share her story. And there were 2 other coaches that shared their stories, and it was powerful. Like,
It was awesome. It was so awesome.
So like, seriously, when we tell you we want you to be part, we're not just like blowing smoke. We're not just like, oh yeah, you should be a part of it because you're part of the team too. And like, let's all hold hands. When we say, I mean, we always mean it when we say it, because you're a business owner and you're part of this team. But like, we all need each other if we're going to make the coach sneak peeks work. We all have to be a part of it, and we all have to take turns stepping up. Sorry for derailing that. I just wanted to say that.
No, not at all. I love it. Yeah, so I completely agree. And I loved the energy on that call, because there were like, I mean, there were a lot of coaches on there. There were quite a few people who were interested in coaching too, but the energy was just so amazing because everyone was on and like brought the energy, and I just loved it. I loved the energy of that call. So yeah. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. Like, do you like the idea of a free group and then, a challenge group starting on the 1st? Do you like the idea of having a really focused, 21-day group that you're inviting to, and you're inviting all of your existing challengers to it as well? Are you feeling like, I'm not even in a place where I'm, can do that? I just need to start running a free group every month and, getting prospects and stuff plugged in from there. What are you guys thinking? I agree with Jade. I'm leaning towards free too.
While you guys are typing in, I want to talk about what I'm doing. And I fully recognize that I might be biting off more than I can chew. But I wholeheartedly believe that when you lean into your own creativity, and that when you lean into your own excitement, great things are going to come. So when I say this stuff, if it doesn't get you excited, then that's not what you should be doing in your business. Like, you should find that thing that makes you get excited and that sounds like fun to you. So for me, what I am doing, and part of it for me is I'm coming out of a little bit of inviting paralysis, where I was inviting, but not to the level that I knew that I should be, because I was working it up in my mind. And so I needed to know, what do I need to change? And speaking with Becca, it was like a light bulb went off. And so my calendar is similar to hers. I'm sorry, it's on paper. My calendar is similar to hers. But I actually have one more group than she does, and I'm structuring it just slightly differently. So I have it so that I have my lifetime group that's there all the time. Everyone gets to be a part of it. Hooray, it's great. Then I'm having these 2 different 21-day monthly groups. That's both, for me, an easy way of inviting, because I'm like, it starts on Monday. I got to invite people or it's not going to have anyone in it. But then also my existing customers, my existing coaches who are active in their orders, it's an added perk for them, because I have gifts, I have prizes, I have all these different things. And so it's an added like incentive / thank you for people being active, which is only going to help grow my business and my income. So for me, what this looks like is I'm doing the Makeover Your Mindset group as my 21-day group. A lot of the same posts are going to be in my lifetime group as in this group. I have it all in BOD groups, so that kind of makes things easy, because when I go to check in, I check in with all of them at the same time. Like, I post my sweaty selfie and it posts to all the groups at once. So in that way, it's not necessarily adding tons of extra work, because there is some overlap. And like, I'm going to reiterate, I don't want to stress you out. I'm just telling you what I'm jazzed up about. And you can do what I'm doing. You can pick and choose the pieces of what I'm saying that speak to you. But I would definitely say pick at least 2 things. Maybe it's the lifetime group and a free group, and that's perfectly great. But anyway, so it's a smaller group, but it has a lot of energy, because everyone, I'm referring to it every month as my level up group. So even though the name and the theme might change, and I'm seriously just going with the guides that already exist, I'm not recreating any content for them. I'm calling it the Level Up group because people have to have Shakeology or Performance Stack to be a part of it, which means that they are showing up and saying, I am committed to my goals. They have to have had an order placed in the last 30 months. Not 30 months, 30 days. They can't just say like, oh, well, I've got 6 months of Shakeology on my shelf, so I'm good. And I'll be like, no, because my money's coming, like I'm spending a lot on this. So last 30 days. And also, there's so many different things people can choose from. Like, if they have 6 months of Shakeology, then I guess that Performance Stack is perfect if they really want to do it. If they don't want to buy anything right now, that's totally fine. They've got the lifetime group, and they will still get support and still have daily check-ins and lots of great info. So yesterday started my prep week. And I'm just putting some information in there to help everyone. If somebody's new, they're kind of having the week, they can sample some different workouts, get their bearings. But I'm encouraging everyone who wants to do the same program as other people and have that to do MBF, because it's a 21-day program and it rocks. And we officially start that on Monday. So just like Becca has, Kat, can you go to the March calendar?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You can see where Becca put on the 4th to start promoting her 21-day group, the one that starts on the 15th. I have that same thing on my calendar. So like yesterday was we start prep week. A week from yesterday, so Monday, is we officially start the group. But Thursday, the Thursday before, that's when I'm really putting like emphasis on urgency, getting anyone who's like, I want to do it, like getting them enrolled. But I'm going to start in my stories talking about Miss New Booty, because that's what I'm going to start. Instead of she's doing an ab group, I'm going to do Miss New Booty again. I already made the calendar. People were excited about it. I can talk about my butt all day long, snap pictures of it. We good. I personally am doing it so that I have a prep week for that as well, so that I have a buffer week on the 15th, and I'm starting the actual group on the 22nd. And that way it'll be recycling, like every 2 weeks, I have a new group starting. So I don't expect them to be big groups. The cool thing about it is, like, once I have things like the Miss New Booty group, I can just copy and paste the same content every time I do that group. Like after this month, I'll probably wait a little bit and do it again in like 6 months or something, but I'll have the content there ready. Is all this making sense so far?
Mhm.
Okay, so then the thing that I'm doing that Becca is not doing is a free group. And I have that on my calendar for the 15th. So it's the same day as my prep week for Miss New Booty starts. And I can post a picture of this for you all or make a digital version, but I'm not promoting the free group on my social media. I am trying something that I'm pretty excited about, and that's everyone who tells me no or tells me not right now, my default is to invite them to the free group. And I wasn't for sure at first, even when I was going to start it. And I think if it's like a little while out, you could do the same thing that I did. So people I was inviting last month, if they were like, no, or I can't spend right now, or I'm not really sure if that's for me, I was like, no problem. I actually have a free group kicking off soon, no strings attached, just some like great bonus content and workouts and, fun stuff for you. Would you like me to add you? And people are like, yeah. And so then I add them. So it's a good way for me to continue to foster the relationships with the invites that I've already sent. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And then just having a 5-day free group and focusing on getting those people enrolled in my Miss New Booty group that officially starts on Monday. So if they did the free group, all that they will have missed is prep week. But if they just did a free group with me, they have a pretty good idea of how groups work. And then doing the coach sneak peek, I have it on my calendar the same day that Becca does. And the cool thing about that is it's so easy to invite the people from your challenge groups to that with the date that it's set up in the month, because you have everyone from your February challenge group, plus you have the people who have done prep week, but they're already working out. They're already sending you messages like, oh my God, I feel so good. Oh my God, I've already lost 5 pounds. And you're like, that's so awesome. I have a coach sneak peek, come to it. I mean, you don't say it exactly like that, but you catch my drift. But what I loved about Becca's approach here and what I did on here as well to help myself be more intentional is I've not only marked important dates, and I do have it color coded partially because I'm a nerd and partially because it helps me keep it straight. Not only do I have the important dates, but I also have the dates when I start promoting it. So I know that even though Miss New Booty starts on the 15th, I start promoting it on the 4th. It's going to be in my stories every day from the 4th on. So like I said, I would not expect, especially if you're a newer coach, I would not expect you to have a 21-day group plus prep week. So really like 28-day group starting every 2 weeks plus a free group. That's a lot. I've been here for 6 years, and I know for me, it's just a matter of making sure I stay organized. That's all it is. Just setting time aside to schedule my posts basically, and then just putting in the work. For me, this is helping me so incredibly much because that invitation paralysis that I was getting into, I don't have time for that. And I also don't have time to overthink it. I sit down to invite and I go, what am I inviting to today? Oh, right, my group starts Monday. Like, I'm not like, what am I inviting to? Well, it's the 15th. Technically, the next group starts on the 1st, but I mean, I'm the coach. I can add people anytime, and having absolutely no urgency and then waiting till the last weekend of the month to enroll everyone. It's stressful and it doesn't grow my income or my business the way I would like. So I have honestly, it's the 2nd day of the month, and I have invited 17 people to the Fit Fam so far, which for the 2nd day of the month, for someone who was in invitation paralysis, that's pretty good. And once I do 3 more, I'll have hit my goal for the last 2 days. So does that help? Like my process, did that help, or did I just totally stress everybody out? Because I'm really terrified I stress everybody out.
Oh, I just realized I'm not muted. Sorry if I was like hacking up along on everyone.
I literally just now heard you cough. I never heard anything. You
Okay,
did.
good. No, I mean, it definitely makes sense. Sorry, this is kind of cold.
I'll take a picture of my calendar for anyone who wants it. you can kind of pick and choose, but you guys can then at least see it. Is everyone in the Biz Builders thread or the Stardust thread, one or the other?
I think so.
Okay, I'll add it to those two threads.
Jordan, didn't you just get off like a super long, like intense shift?
Yeah, it was a
So
7 to
cute.
7. What?
I said, how do you look so cute? Jeez.
Because this is a camera and there's distance between us, girl.
Oh, be quiet. Have you guys seen pictures of the hair that Jordan can do? Let's just say if she's got it in her, depending on how many of us are there, when we do an extra treat, she's gonna be breaking all on there. But it'd be like,
Shut up.
do this for me, do
Sorry.
that. Let me see the back of your hair today. I mean, I can't even,
My phone died.
I can't really do anything to my own hair, let alone that. And you did it so early this morning, and then we're at work for 12
I will
hours.
teach. No, 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 no. Don't. I did this last night.
Fair
I
enough.
got out of the shower and I braided my hair so that when I woke up this morning, I didn't have to think or use my brain and I could just roll out of bed and put on scrubs, which are basically pajamas. So, yeah.
Still, I'm impressed. I can't wait for you to braid my hair. Except
you.
I might cuss at you because I have a really sensitive head. But I'll do it with love. I just sent you all a picture of my calendar. I do want to say I've never done this ambitious of a calendar before. I'm not promoting the free group, like I said. I just told people I'm doing it soon. If I get going and I'm like, I am too freaking stressed for that, I'll just put it off. And I think it's a free group. And I'm not saying don't treat your free group well. I think you should treat it very well. But I told them it's starting soon. If it starts at the end of the month or April, early April, I'm not going to stress about that. I want to make sure that my other groups and that my invites and all of that, like, I'm not going to sacrifice inviting to run a free group, if that makes sense. And so, like, when you go about this, if you're like, okay, I'm going to do a 21-day group and a free group, and you're like, I'm so stressed and I just want to be inviting to my free group, or I mean, to my full group, like, that's fine. But just like whatever you promise, deliver on.
All right. I'm going to stop recording now because I think that we have some really good stuff